Jupiter Day, Thursday, July the 28th. How's it going? Speaking of it being Jupiter Day, Jupiter is stationary. And we're going into that implosion energy instead of the explosive energy. hmm Everybody hang in there. So, the moon. The moon in tropical is a new moon in Leo, but in Vedic, it's a new moon in Cancer. hmm Yeah. Which one's right? I guess we'll find out. But so far, the energy, what I'm seeing, relates a lot better when I look at the Vedic. The sidereal Lahiri. Yep. All that crazy energy. And now we have Jupiter stationary going retrograde in Pisces. hmm Joining Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And Chiron, the wounded warrior, retrograde in Pisces. Then we have Saturn and Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. And Aquarius, a fixed sign in between. Yep. Remember, there is no energy in the fixed signs at all. Ergo, Ten of Swords, Dance of Kali, chaos. Because there's no fixed energy. Nope. We have cardinal. And we definitely have mutable. But nothing in fixed. We've got that alignment happening in Aries of Mars, the North Node, and Uranus. Now, in tropical, that's happening in Taurus. But the way the whole fire energy is going, the Vedic definitely, with happening in Aries, looks more likely to me. And then we have Black Moon Lilith and Venus on top of each other in Gemini. Yeah. And then we have the moon and the sun. That's our new moon energy in Cancer, along with Mercury. Hell of a lineup. You gotta admit. By the way, speaking of a hell of a lineup, the news. Fireballs, just like my reading was talking about. One over Missouri that I was outside and still managed to miss. I probably wasn't out when it happened. And one over Texas. So, and that's just what I know about just after a glance. By the way, according to a Poland Institute, scientist, or should I say, heavily indoctrinated scientist, according to them, cats are now an alien invasive species. What kind of brilliance came up with that? I do have a cat that definitely is an alien, no doubt about it. But the rest of them are normal cats. And here's the thing, if we're going to talk about alien invasive species, what about the humans on the planet? Uh-oh. Did I say too much? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whew. Yeah. So, I haven't even looked at the Sabian Mysteries picture because I kind of pre-looked at those because they were so phantasmal to me. 5 degrees in Leo is the tropical where the sun's at. And that's the one I was talking about that feels like children leaving the nest. They've been guided as far as you can, and now it's time for them to fly free. Definitely. And then we get really fascinating Sabian Mysteries pictures coming up with the Capricorn in the sky with a star, 5-pointed star in its heart. Aquarius, right? Yeah, fascinating to me, especially since I'm a tropical Aquarius and Vedic Capricorn. And Saturn was sitting right between the two when I was born. Mhm. Right on the 0 degree in Aquarius. You guys should check out where your placements are, whether they be both the Vedic and the tropical. You should know those things. It'll help you understand yourself a little better. hmm Part of your awakening process is realizing your weaknesses and your strengths, right? And you need to be objective and open-minded when you're reading it, because some people will go, "Oh, that's not me." And possibly, like I say, I don't go with the books necessarily, but there are inherent qualities between the sun signs. Like, there's some particular air about somebody that's the same. Like, take for instance 2 Tauruses. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, I do hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Jupiter day, with Jupiter stationary now in Pisces. And the fun begins, right? Hey, Miss Tamu, what's going on? How are you? Anyway, it feels like the Vedic astrology is more true to the energy because of that lineup in Aries. Yeah. I don't think it's in Taurus. It's in Aries. It's in fire energy. Just look at all the fires and stuff going on. Explosive energy from the sun, the solar eruptions we've been having and everything else. Yeah. Volcanic eruptions. Whew. Anyway. So, with Jupiter doing its implosion in Pisces and a new moon in Cancer, tropical, it's in Leo, but in Vedic, it's in Cancer. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of emotional implosion. That's why I was concerned about suicide rates going sky high. People not being able to deal with it. Yeah, see what I mean? The Vedic seems to ring true, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the way I'm feeling too. And to be quite frank, the tropical is the overlays astrology. They don't want you to know the truth. So I suggest everybody stick with the older ones like the Vedic. Anyway, let's see what they got for the collective today. What have we got? And really, I mean, the energy is what they were saying, and ergo my concern about the implosion, turning that negative energy in on ourselves. So, what do we need to know for the collective today? Cats are an alien invasive species. What kind of rocket scientist came up with that one? Let me guess. Oh, creativity and integrity. Ooh, I do love that word, integrity. So few have it. So few these days. Something that in this particular society, in this particular way of teaching people, integrity doesn't seem to be a factor very much anymore. Not at all. But when you find it, it's so refreshing, isn't it? Integrity, that's a big deal. A moral compass is very much involved with integrity. And even the ones who claim to be awakened, yeah, they don't have integrity or a moral compass. I've watched it over and over again. Yeah, witnessed it firsthand. Yeah. So, creativity. Let's take a look at that card up close. Creativity. Beautiful. Stunning. Oh, and we have some wheel energy down there, huh? Cyclonic. The wheel in the sky energy. That's the way that feels. That's the astrology. Almost feels like a star bursting, almost. The kaleidoscope. Let's look close at what's going on in this part of the picture. Water turbulence. It's interesting because here in the south of Missouri, it's a tinderbox. But over by St. Louis, they had extreme flooding. It was like 9 or 10 inches in an hour, and serious flooding because of it. Crazy. Creativity, 3 of crystals. That's 3 of swords. That's usually the 3 swords in the heart energy, right? Somebody's been stabbing swords in your heart. Well, I'll get to it one of these days. Hang on a sec. Here we go. But in this deck, it's about creativity. The crystal symbolizes your creative mental qualities. Looking through the crystal is like seeing through the mind. Different perspectives are created, a new light shed. See, different perspectives, the kaleidoscope feeling, right? Turn the crystal in your mind around, and a new world of viewpoints appears. The abstract, amorphous crystalline matter symbolizes ideas germinating within you that await birth. The tourmaline crystal's surface represent the tapping of this idea source. Let new ideas rise. Your creativity is the product of a mating between 2 ideas, or between your natural genius and the stimulation of external influences. It is by openness, tolerance, and receptivity to new inputs. symbolized by the circular crystal egg. That new ideas are propagated. Think creatively. Hmm. And integrity, 9 of Wands. So we got a 3 of Swords and a 9 of Wands. Somebody's stabbing somebody in the heart. A wounded warrior. But remember, he's got a wand in his hand and he's not done fighting. Nope. And that's very, very fire energy, right? And right now it is about fire and air energy. Now let's take a look at integrity up close. Oh, yeah. We have one of the Gothic Catholic churches on there. And we have synagogue. Ooh, picture of the Twin Towers at the base, right? Right there. Wonder if this deck was created before they went down. But we also have a mountain right here. Let's get it up close and see if we can get it to focus. There we go. There's somebody walking up the steps to the light inside that temple. But see, that warrior's hand, he's still got his wand in his hand. Some interesting energy. The Wounded Warrior card feels a lot like nobility. And with nobility, true nobility, you have integrity. 9 of Wands, let's take a look at it. Like light, whose essence is eternal and does not break down, you have integrity. Integrity is made up of many virtues, symbolized by a variety of wands, working together to make you solid, strong, and dependable. Do things wholly and completely. The temple symbolizes the self-respect needed to honor and sanctify your light, the spirit that you are. Integrity means following your own way or path, being unafraid to stand alone, holding ideals and values that you will not compromise or retreat from, having the backbone to stand up for yourself and your convictions. Like the mountain rising above the clouds, integrity is being open, honest, and not deceptive. It means standing as tall and straight as a skyscraper. The stone symbolizes your inviolability, your impenetrability by undesirable outside influences. Be as resolute as the warrior in defending your integrity. So, standing up for what you believe in, regardless of how lonely. See the little guy down here walking all by himself? No matter how lonely that path is up those stairs to the light. Because you're reaching higher than those that don't have integrity. Absolutely. And if you think about it, a lot of those that don't have integrity will come up with every excuse in the book. Oh, and see, I just noticed this. See this guy? He's walking up a path, up a mountain. See? Little guy right there. This card is fantastic. I love that. Yeah. They will make every excuse in the book for the reasons why. Oh, it's just the way it is. Take it or leave it. They either like me or they don't. There's a reason. And if you don't figure out by doing the shadow work why, then you'll be lost to us pretty much, which is unfortunate because everybody should be graduating. I wish everybody was, but like Gabriel said, can't save them all. I didn't realize how right he was. I was so in my ego at the time when I was like, watch me. Like, watch me. Yeah. How wrong I was. Mm-hmm. All right. Because you can't, no matter how much you'd like to. Okay? So keep that in mind, guys. Oracle of the Seven Energies today. Already, yesterday they wanted the moon ones. Today they wanted these. So, for the collective. And they have an additional surprise for today. For the collective. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like it. I know. We got 3. Oh, willing release. Many of us are going through that right now. Releasing those that no longer, they're just not vibrating where we are. A lot of them lack the integrity to vibrate where we are. Let them go. They have their own path. Okay. That's card 49. 32. Quieting the mind. Because when you let them go, you'll be able to think straight. Just saying. And you'll be able to really zen. And when you are, see that star in the middle of the heart? That's interesting because that lines up with that whole Capricorn thing with the star in its heart. Smoke and mirrors, 42. Like I said, you can make every excuse in the book for lack of integrity. But in the end, it's nothing but smoke and mirrors. And those of us that are empaths and psychics see right through the BS, don't we? Yes, we do. We see right through it. Okay, 49. It's funny because it opened right to 42. Since it did that, let's go with it. Smoke and mirrors. Seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered. Healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation. Being accountable for our biases and the way you view the world. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Our five senses tell us we are separate from one another. We're conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. And if you're like me, we know damn well that's wrong. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. And that's funny because I've heard a lot of people say that I'm not afraid to die. If I go tomorrow, oh well. Bullshit. Utter horseshit. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors. And our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond this illusion. Discoveries at the frontiers of science align with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights and empty space. Consciousness is fundamental. Time can be bent, and we are eternal. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment of what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision, a feeling, an awareness of the true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to all life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you extraordinary magic with which to co create life beyond your wildest expectations. That's what I've been trying to teach everybody. You're magical. Stop creating bad stuff. Quit manifesting all bad stuff. But unfortunately, a lot don't listen. So, those of us that do know about that, we have to remain positive and outweigh all the negative. The tipping point, right? Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appear to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. hmm Here on the holodeck. Yeah. When you master a lot of things, you come to realize that being in fear is not just a matter of trying to convince others or yourself, it's actually just a state of being. You can say you're not afraid to die 100 times. That doesn't make it so. Okay, willing release. Because there are people that would be 9 of Wands, willing to die for their convictions. Yep, because they know they'll just be back again and they'll just repeat what they were doing and just keep hammering it home until people get it. Right? Willing release. Yielding to a divine plan. Releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted. Leaving room for serendipity. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in our co creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. Just let it go. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into feeling of attachment and entitlement. There's a good word right there. Entitlement. That's a really good word to really think about. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can we just let it all go? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Hmm. Now that's a hard one because sometimes the package you get is definitely not what you wanted. Hmm. Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good, knowing this truth in your heart. Can that really be so difficult? You'd be shocked at how difficult that could be. Yeah, that can be a big old pill to swallow, can it not? If some of you, sorry, have experienced that, or this isn't what I was looking for. How did this happen? Yeah. Right. You have to giggle about it. It's the holodeck programming at work. So there's some things on your path. I know you have free will, but you have a path too, and they will direct you to that path. Hmm. One way or another. Okay, quieting the mind. Meditation as a commitment. The need for silence and peace. That's me. I don't know about you, but to do my work, I need Zen. 100%. And with all the chaos energy and no fixed planets right now, I want a hermit cave away from all the chaos. Not joking. Yeah. Because when we don't have any fixed energy in the planets, wow. Well, just look at the chaos happening. Now you know why you guys need that fixed energy. Hmm. Okay, the need for silence, peace within despite chaotic outer conditions. Yeah, I can't make that up. Letting go of the monkey mind. Now, you know how many people have trouble letting go of that damn monkey mind? Expe- yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And mindfulness. Letting go of the monkey mind. That reminds me, Gabriel showed me a thing about monkeys attacking people in this city in Japan. Yeah. They're like scratching and trying to steal babies and biting and stuff and attacking from behind. Yeah. They just all of a sudden started doing that. Yeah. Hmm. One got the idea and then others joined in, and then you have a whole herd of chaos, right? Life is chaotic, busy, loud, frantic, and overwhelming. Some days, all that noise is like the roar of thunder echoing around you, and it feels as if you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. Isn't this why we take vacations? Oh boy. To get away to somewhere peaceful, it's funny because if you're running the hamster wheel, working for others, etc., and you take a vacation and before you leave, you do everything to make sure that that's going to be smooth while you're gone. But you know damn well, when you get back, it's going to be nothing but chaos. Because while you were gone, they couldn't keep the ship afloat. And you're going to be putting out fire after fire after fire, and your vacation time became nothing because you start not looking forward to your vacations because of the chaos you return to when you come back. Yikes. I had that happen personally more times than I can count. And I quit taking vacations because of it. Not kidding. And there wasn't time for it. I just couldn't. I just took the pay instead and said, "Oh well, no vacation for me." Anyway, that's a bad attitude to take. That is not self-serving, okay? Yeah. If they rely on you that heavily, there's an issue, okay? Just saying. And yeah, partially because of your integrity that happens. They know you have it. The other ones working around you, not so much. That sucks, right? In spite of the surrounding din of the world, today you need to slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Let's do that. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Here we go. Hold it. Out through the mouth. Ah, see? Not so bad, is it? Do that. If you get low on energy through the day, or if you feel a lot of anxiety, stress, do that. You'd be shocked at how much it helps. Or if you're having trouble going to sleep, sometimes that helps. Sometimes.
Yeah, I had some crazy experience doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Breath of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Breath of fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wim Hof method.
Wim Hof, yeah. Yep, yep.
Seeing all kinds of visions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Can definitely pass some time with some crazy stuff, and you don't even need DMT because you got your own DMT. Mm-hmm. Make a commitment to be still, if only for 5 minutes. Now, I'm telling you, I know a lot of people that can't do that. And they'll make every excuse in the book for why they can't do that. But once again, excuses. They can do it if they really want to. They just choose not to discipline themselves and structure themselves enough to do it. They'll get left behind. So if they can't manage to get a handle on themselves and develop that structure that's needed, then they're going to come back for another round on the frickin' wheel, for another entire cycle of reincarnating and abused. Mhm. Count your breaths and be mindful for every one of them. Know that you have all the time in the world to do things that need doing. That dust will be there tomorrow, trust. Everything is perfect as it is. Our core beliefs about the world originate in our thoughts and feelings, which then become our perceptions. If our thoughts are all over the place, that is how we will experience the outer world. Have you Have any of you ever run into that where you have somebody where their thoughts are all over the place and they are literal chaos energy, like an energy vampire? That's another type of energy vampire because their energy is so chaotic. It sucks the life out of you. Now, you have the other ones that are in the oh, poor me that are like trying to save a drowning victim, right? And then you have the chaos energy. Those are two different types of vampiric energy. Yeah. But what if the outer world didn't matter at all? Remember, these are just biosuits. What if at our center there were a place that is always calm, where the mind doesn't have a million things to say? Yeah. If your mind's doing that, tell it to shut the F up. Get some structure in your life. Where problems and challenges aren't nearly as important as we think they are. Today requires you to take an internal break and go to that silent space to regroup. Meditate on the stillness within. Choose a peaceful mind and nothing else. You will be amazed at how easily everything falls into place once you do. Yep. It's all part of letting go. hmm The free fall. Yeah, Tom Petty, free falling. Gabriel and his music. Okay. Good cards. Really good. Okay. We're going to pull these up. And we have more cards. More cards. Guess what they wanted today? Doo-doo. Tea leaf. So, for the collective. Whoa. These cards are very interesting to shuffle. Just ask anybody that owns the deck. Luckily, I have other round decks, but this one's a little thicker, so it makes it even crazier. Okay, bird flying, chain, teapot. Do you want any more? Yes. Okay. Moving that down. Okay. What else? Wow. That one was coming out, period. It started not to, and then it started to, then not to, and then what have we got going on here? Okay. That was interesting. What we got? Flag. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Fan. There's our wheel again. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Yep. So they tell me. November. Okay. A timing card. Bird flying. News is on the way. Chain. Chain of events that will affect your life. Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. That's that Nine of Wands integrity deal. If it's not up to snuff, it's just not. Fan. Romance, celebration, and a party. Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. That is that lack of integrity issue. November. So, this feels like it culminates in November. Or it could be a Scorpio. Or someone with Scorpio placements. Chain of events. This also is very representative of the program, the Wheel in the Sky, the holodeck, right? A chain of events that unfold, right? Allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. What's interesting is letting go, right? All right. That's what they wanted, so that's what we got. Something about November. Some sort of news and a chain of events. Okay. Deep friendship. Don't lower your standards. A party. And allowing release, right? Allowing the wheel. Yeah, hands off the wheel. Let somebody else drive. Like upstairs. Because that's in the program already anyway. So you can fight it all you want. Good luck. Wow. All right. Overall energy for the collective. Revelations deck today. Overall energy for today for the collective. Oh, there's Gabriel. Card of Aquarius. Archangel Commander. Angel of Storms and Battles. Herald of the Flame. Awakening the Brilliance. Strategy card, too. That kind of reminds me of quieting the mind and releasing that energy, right? Your creative powers. Highest priority for the collective. Highest priority for the collective. Highest priority for the collective. There's the Stand in Your Power Integrity card, Dark Horse. Giver. I'll move these over. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Apocalypse. Keep in mind it was sideways. Things that were once hidden brought to light. Necromancer. That's why it's sideways. Because of the moon card. It is a Cancer moon, not Leo. Ooh boy. All right, let's dig in. Moon card. And a King of Fire. And the wheel. Yeah, like I said. It's in the program. It's in the program, folks. You can change things as much as you want, but you're still going to be, whether you realize it or not, part of the program. Oh, the Corruptor. Okay. That's the first time I really noticed this card. Let's take a good look at this Corruptor. This is the lack of integrity. All the mind going and emotions all over the place. But look at the background of this card. It's rather amazing. See the cosmos back there? Beautiful, huh?
Those are the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah. We were just listening to Mark Passio talking about the 7 deadly sins. Yeah.
Those were
these are more minorish.
vices.
These are more vices than actual 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins are murder, rape,
Assaults,
lying, including lying to ourselves. Making excuses for our behavior. Lack of integrity. That's a big issue. Notice the lighthouse down here. Seeing through the darkness of the moon. New moon is a very dark moon. I think that's why we're seeing the Dark Horse here, the Corruptor with this lighthouse, and the moon card. Remember, we had the 3 of Swords, and there's the 3 swords in the heart being weighed against the feather. It's interesting. We have a dog alien being and 2 cats. Invasive alien species. Kitty cats. Yeah. The ones that said that are actually the invasive alien species, to be frank. They're just unaware because their perception. Anyway. King of Wands. Card of Leo. Fixed energy that we need so desperately. And more fixed with the King of Air. We need that energy right now. One with the logic and one with the heart. There's the heart and there's the logic. Air energy, right? A feather. There's your heart and there's your logic. And there's your heart and your logic. Weighing our hearts against a feather. But this is things that lurk in the shadows and trying to gain insights in a very corrupted space. The wheel. Destiny spinning. So many options. Which cup? Wish granted and the destroyer. Ten of Swords. Done. And right under that, you set yourself free. That's where you let go. The let go card. Your freedom and independence from corruptors. That one right there. This is mentally finished with it. Okay. So remember, we had the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands underneath. So whoever's doing all that sword sticking that made you go into destroyer mode. Yeah. Okay. So our underlying energy is the gateway of resurrection. It's the path. It's the destiny. And Leo energy, somebody with heart. It's destiny. Your overall energy for today. Archangel Commander. More fixed energy. Card of Aquarius. Angel of Storms and Battles. This is an expert. They are the intellectual. They are, well, Angel of Storms and Battles. Yeah. They're also a good strategist, awakening their brilliance, right? So today is being a thinker and strategist. That's the name of the game. But your highest priority is meeting in the middle. Meeting in the middle. Dark Horse, standing your ground, stand in your power. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. Have that equal give and take, okay? An Apocalypse. That came out sideways. Beginnings and endings. Is it really the end when you walk away? When you let go? Only the program knows. The wheel. That one. Only the program knows for sure. We get to be in the moon energy, not knowing for sure. Apocalypse. They want me to read it. Key 20, Major Arcana. And our underlying and our what to be mindful of. Now keep in mind that implosion energy that I was talking about with the astrology, with Jupiter going retrograde. Yeah. You've arrived at a point of no return. So it's like yesterday. I put looking into the abyss for the title. There's the card, looking into the abyss. It's a point of no return. What has transpired is now irreversible. The only way out is through. This is the moment of full realization for why all that has happened to you has happened. Revelation. Just like the name of these readings and this deck. Revelation is coming. When the answers that were hidden, these answers, will become obvious. Positive omen. A resurrection. Ill-dignified meaning. There are casualties, collateral damage. When the Apocalypse card appears with other cards, it adds an emphasis of spiritual importance to the divination. The Apocalypse is a mythic personification of an event horizon. This is a space-time in which no event that comes subsequent can affect the outcome, because it's part of the program. Hint, hint. Hi, Sarah. How's it going? Because all that could have affected it, he's either transpired, excuse my voice, or not transpired. I'm going to take a drink real quick. The Apocalypse card appears when you have crossed the boundary of where gravitational pull over you is such that turning back is impossible. Into the deep you go. Pictured in the background is Angkor Wat during the height of the Khmer Empire in Cambodia. Fascinating. The wheel in the sky. Backroom deals for some. What's of interest to me is when we get a timing card right there. The World card, the Wheel card, and the Temperance card are about timing. And we got wheels all over the place. It was on that Three of Swords card, that kaleidoscope wheel. We got the wheel 3 times. Yesterday, we got the Nocturne over here. That was 2 wheels. Now we're at 3. Venus in Scorpio. Is that in November that occurs? Venus gets into Scorpio? Let's take a look-y real quick. Yeah, we gotta look. We gotta look and see where that's gonna happen. Let's move ahead on the wheel. I wish I could show you guys this. I should just these little rides with me. So we're advancing forward a month. There we're at the end of August, end of September. October. The end of October. Venus is indeed in Scorpio. And remember, we have the November card under here. And Venus will definitely be in Scorpio at that time. Okay, they're giving us a date for something that's going to happen in November. Can't make that crap up. Right after the wheel is Venus in Scorpio. That's the timing. November. Can't make that up. Can you? That's crazy, right? Timing cards. I always pay attention to the timing cards. If you don't, you'll miss things. You'll miss things because of the moon. What's lurking in the shadows? So November. There's definitely a prediction in here. And I just got to work out what it is. Independence from the rogue. Evaluating politics. I'm going to do a second part. I'm going to look these over and I'm going to record the rest of this. But just so that you guys know that something you need the overall energy of the Archangel Commander, an expert game player. Now, that could be you're coming up against one that's an expert game player or thinks they are. You need to stand your ground with this one. Keep in mind, Ukrainian's leader is an Aquarius. Gabriel showed me a news article. About the Ukrainian president posing in a photo shoot. Vogue. Not kidding. Yeah. They're in the middle of a war, supposed. Let's do air quotes. Frickin' liars. They're all in on it.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. The ones who pay the price are the people on the ground.
Tell them they need to look at Tavistock Institute.
Yeah, Tavistock Institute,
Yeah.
definitely.
Read
If you
about
don't know what it is, you should look into that.
Yeah, it's all orchestrated.
Yeah, it is
Those
orchestrated.
leaders don't even know about it.
It's all orchestrated. Once you stand your ground, you're still not going to get the full skivvy from the game player. Nope. All right. Corrupt. Yeah, they are corrupt. Corrupt as hell. That card usually represented Israel. Leo the lion, right? It's funny because Russia said something that really torqued them recently. But you have to remember, they're all in on it. They're a bunch of prattling, ultra inbred brats that have no conscience. They have no integrity. A wish granted for a destroyer. A destroyer of independence. A rogue. Oh, did you see that? Oh, did you see that card flip? You missed it. No, you didn't. You didn't see it. You were looking at your phone. A destroyer rogue of the gardener. Okay. It's all about politics. They're not talking about science this time. Like before, they were definitely talking about space. This reading's not about space. This is about the holodeck down here. What the hell's going on in hell? That's what I say. Some people, what the hell's going on Earth? And I'm like, no, that's not accurate. It's what the hell is going on in hell. Yeah. And a King of Cups enters the scene. The political scene. Fascinating. Okay. I'll finish this reading in a little while. I'll record it, and I think I already see what's going on here. Backroom shady deals were I have a funny feeling this is Ukraine and Israel. Or it could be Russia and Israel. But remember, the Russian leader is a Libra, so there'd be Queen of Swords. So I think this is Ukraine. Backroom deals. They are. We see right through them. Absolutely. But yeah, some sort of corruption going on behind the scenes. Granting a wish for a destroyer of freedom. A rogue. In the garden of politics. King of Cups. Captor. Are they going to kidnap somebody? That could be. Ooh. Learning the truth. Shit that keeps you up at night. Seeing the truth. Okay. Anyway, so you guys got some gist of what this is all about already. It's definitely political crapola with the supposed ones that think they're ruling hell. Quite literally. Yeah. You're not going to get the whole truth. Just saying. Okay? You never will. Not from that gang. They're a bunch of ones that lack integrity. They're the 9 of Wands upside down. Total lack. Spineless freaks that only get away with what they do because of the mirage they create. The illusion of power. Anyway, I do hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday. I'm going to be working on sunshine videos this week, I hope, if my voice hangs with me. And we don't have any more tower moments or craziness going on. It's all part of the program. Our last tower was just, done, over with, not a big deal. We just kind of right through it, didn't we?
What
Our last tower moment.
tower moments? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just right through it. No big
Yeah.
deal. No sweat. It was just matter of fact. Deal with it and we're done. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you guys have had that easy of a road. But yeah, there's some sort of political power play crap going on here with the shenanigans of the holodeck and the ones that are, yeah, some leaders going on here. Because we got kings going on here. King of Swords, King of Wands, and King of Cups. Yeah, 3 kings. Almost reminds me of the 3 wise men thing from the Bible. People knew what that was really all about. Anyway, so this is something that's happening in November. I know that. When Venus is in Scorpio. Okay. Fine, Hazel. How's it going? Aw, thank you too. Okay, Sarah. Self doubt. You're having self doubt, right? Is it you or is it the ex? We'll start with your sun sign. Do you know what that is? Trying to help you figure it out. Your other half. Does your other half stick swords in your heart? Do you stick swords in the other half's heart? Let's see. Card for Sarah. Card for Sarah. If anybody else would like a card, just let me know. Card for Sarah. Card for Sarah. There's that Page of Wands. You're the strategist, but it's an upside down. There's the bottom of the deck, Sarah. Who's the one sticking the swords in somebody's heart? Sometimes people do that when they're feeling inadequate somehow, trying to make themselves feel better. Sometimes it's accumulation of pinned up frustration, 10 of swords, or 10 of wands, that make people do that to somebody else, tear them down. The Page of Wands upside down is not a great card to get. And you just got to ask yourself and do the shadow work. If it's you, just do the shadow work. If it's them, you still need to do shadow work, because if it's them, you need to learn how to stand your ground and don't lower your standards. But if it's you, a lot of shadow work's necessary because that's a lot of times a passive aggressive behavior. And um, yeah, it just doesn't work. Tearing down others, game playing, hiding things, stuff like that. Um, yeah, I've seen some very, you know, rough situations out there with people, and it's stuff that usually stems from their childhood and the reason why they act the way they act. Things they haven't resolved. So look back in your childhood and think about what is it that happened to me that would make me do that? Whether that is on the receiving end or the giving end of the Three of Swords. Whether you're the receiver or the giver, either way, shadow work. See, there's that Ten of Wands energy I was just talking about. It was right under there. Unduly carrying the burden of others will make you sometimes do things, and you gotta, yeah, self reflection time. A lot of shadow work happening right now. The moon is definitely about shadow work. Yep. Things that are hidden in the murky shadows that you didn't realize that cause you to behave in a certain way without integrity. Now, like I said, you're going to have to ask yourself, is it them or is it me? Both have a role they're playing. One's the one being gaslighted, not standing in their power, and the other one doing the gaslighting. Both are damaged. Okay. So think about that. Anybody else want a card? Anybody? Countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. If I get anything further on this, but there's just some sort of shady business, and it's something about capturing somebody else's country, or them literally being kidnapped. Oh, and it could be a ship. Oh, it might be a ship. And it happens in November. Ah. Hmm. All right, I'll look into it further later. But anyway, enough of that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a grand Jupiter day, even with the energy being as crazy as it is without any fixed planets. Just hang in there. Go all hermit mode if you have to. Shrink back away from all the chaos going on. Because when you don't have that fixed energy, it is nothing but chaos. Anyway, take care and have a grand Thursday. Information's in the description box below if you would like a personal, private video reading. Anyway, have a great day. Later, guys.